Got my light here. Hello and welcome, guys, to a beautiful Sunday. Yeah, freaking cold, rainy, stormy Sunday. But I'm not here to complain. I'm here to give you good news, good mood. Yeah, good news, not sure, but a good mood. Yeah, how you doing, guys? Yeah, Don G, my man. I hope you're doing well enough. Well, again, not enough. Always hope you're doing well. Yeah. The weekend was not long enough. Yeah. Totally agree. It's just, twice this and then it's gone in an instant. Yeah, my weekend, was okay. More or less, yeah. Friday I had to attend a funeral. It was not so fun, but it is what it is. But besides that, yesterday was Saturday, right? Yeah. We had to do our grocery shopping. The big one we do every 2 weeks or something. Was a little bit annoying. Yeah, is I think the right word to say. Not because I had to do grocery shopping, maybe as well. But besides the weather being, like all cold and gray, and all this, rather sitting on the couch with your hot chocolate or coffee or whatever. And chilling. I had to go out, but just with the people, just awful. I don't know. I had really short patience, and everything. I don't know. Was just doesn't matter. Yeah, was not so great. But besides that, yesterday I enjoyed the evening playing a lot of Battlefield. Yeah, great game. Having lots of fun. And today hustling again for the business, for the shop, for the stream, preparing everything. And here we are. Yeah. Yes, right. You were at the Spiel in Essen. Yeah, how was it? Was it good? You had any? I think you mentioned last time Thursday stream, right? Or am I tripping? I wrote like it's extremely sold out or full, something. I don't remember honestly. But yeah, it's cool. Spiel, definitely want to go next year there. Best cave. Presenting myself, maybe the rule set, the elusive one. But it's just, I don't know, time. It's not enough time. That's the crazy part. If you're working full time at some job, hey, first for my man, welcome. If you are working full time somewhere, you're 40 hours per week, best case. 8 hours per day, and then you come home, then you usually say like, I don't have time to do this or that, which is kind of true. I mean, you always can find time, you just have to prioritize it. But even me now doing this full time, this, like I said, the streaming is part of my job. Even not getting really paid for it right now. But there's not enough time. It doesn't matter. If you have the full day off, it will never be enough time. So the important thing is to focus on what you like to do, what you want to prioritize, and what you want to achieve. Don't excuse yourself like you don't have time. It is part of reality, but if you have only 30 minutes, extreme case, in your day to do something, then use the 30 minutes for something you want to create, want to do, want to progress, and don't procrastinate, which I'm also very guilty for. Procrastination sometimes. I just get distracted, and then I also enjoy doing the things which are more comfortable, more easier to do than the not so nice things. But it is what it is. I'm not here to pray, hold a sermon, zum Predigen. Just telling you how it is for me, at least. Don't you? Full of people tried some games, didn't bought anything. That's good. Not buying anything is the hardest part, I guess. I have a friend of mine. He lives nearby, I think, if I'm remembering correctly. And every time he goes to the Spiel convention in Essen, he always said like, I bought like this board game and this and that and the starter edition of this, which is cool. It's awesome, but it's obviously not cheap in any means. But yes, Guys, Fatzwa, how was your weekend so far? Or technically, yeah, it's not over yet, but coming to an end, sadly. Yeah, I have, besides that, what I did today in the shop, I will show in a moment. Yeah, the advertising segment will start right away. But I actually made a little game plan to get more priority stuff done. Yeah, like I'm really lacking in making Instagram posts these days. So I have Wednesday dedicated for only doing this. Yeah, I already mentioned that I want to do Wednesday YouTube videos, yeah, which I also want to do on a Wednesday, not this Wednesday, maybe, I don't know. And yeah, give the streams a little bit more love, yeah, get more emotes done, stuff which we can do. And also get the timestamps in the streams, yeah. I think this will help if you wanna grab some reference, yeah, when we painted some good camouflage, not like last stream. Yeah, when we messed it all up. Yeah. Yeah, stuff like this, yeah. So this is my main thing today. And we're back with the green shirt, yeah. Turn the heater on here. It's actually too hot. Yeah, it's 24 degrees, not that hot. But it's quite warm. But the printers, they need it, yeah. I need my 22 to 24 degrees Celsius for them to operate perfectly. Yeah, if it's below, I start getting ugly errors. So yeah, I have to sweat for them, more or less. By the way, my voice, I don't know. Actually, I watched the stream the other day, and personally, I didn't notice from listening any difference. But myself, I'm hearing it a little bit weird, yeah. But it's better. I'm feeling way better. What's for getting finances in order, budget planning, reading some philosophy, tomorrow painting again. Awesome, yeah. Yeah, budget planning, yeah, the necessity. Something I should do again. Yeah, thank you for the drink. Couldn't wait to get started on this lemonade. But the limes, they were overripe, so they're a little bit bitter right now. And I forgot to buy them yesterday, which means for Thursday I need to buy some new ones. But yeah, budget planning. I used YNAB. It's called You Need a Budget. YNAB. YNAB. Fantastic software for budgeting. I had the luck, more or less. I bought the version 4, which was still like, buy it for, I don't know. I bought it on discount on Steam actually for 15 euros or something. Now it's a subscription-based software, yeah, which sucks. Yeah, everything is subscription-based. And it gives you the chance for add your income. You can put in CSV, you know, like the sheet report from your bank account. And then you can also budget your money. Like I have monthly this rent, and this is for heating, and this is for water, and this is for whatever. And then you have a straight overview, and cannot, if you stick to it, you cannot overspend it. And this was fantastic. When I used this, it was really great. Yeah, and then yeah, as with everything, one day you forget it, the next day you forget it, and then it's out of your mind. But yeah, it's a good way. Reading some philosophy. Yeah, I still haven't managed to read anything. But to be fair and honest to myself, I'm not allowing myself to read. And this is what I just talked earlier with. I'm not having enough time. I'm not taking the time to just sit on the couch or wherever, chill and just read. Because I'm not allowing myself, and because I feel guilty. Yeah, if I don't do anything, then I have this. I should do either this, should either that. But on the other hand, yeah, I'm playing yesterday 8 hours of Battlefield 6. So yeah, looking at myself, I should shut up. So yeah. Yeah. I have an app with my bank account connected. It's free with. Oh, that's actually cool. Yeah. I know I'm self-employed, but still, I can, like I said with the Battlefield example, I can take some stuff. But it's generally, it's not. It's even before I'm self-employed. I always felt guilty in just chilling, doing something relaxing, like just watching a movie. I always had to do something by the side, which is, if I'm watching alone, if I'm with friends or something, then it's different. Yeah, it is what it is. Yeah, let's check some stuff out. Finanzguru app and mobile Excel. That sounds good, yeah. Yeah, I love using Excel. Yeah. I'm an absolute spreadsheet head, for sure, 100%. So, two things. First of all, because you guys are watching the streams, you always get the extra sausage. After the stream, probably, the Halloween sale will go live. It will be just short one, just next week. Technically starting Monday, but yeah, I mean, we're going now into the midnight, so just 1 week until 2nd of November. There will be mainly a discount on all the monsters, trench crusades, and stalker items and everything which has gas masks. I think, something like this. That's the main plan. So yeah, if you want some stalker, guys, now it's the time after the stream. Next of all, we have finally the vehicles, helicopters. Only 2 versions, technically 3. The Blackhawk, which we're gonna finish to paint today, which I was lazy to glue the doors shut. I know. But technically it has gunner positions, with M240 Bravo light machine guns and seats and the doors and so on. Here, nice breakdown what is included. So really cool. Choose gas mask head on Common Octopus. Nice. What do you mean choose gas mask head on a Common Octopus? Yeah. Yeah, maybe I make my stuff also discounted. I'm actually not sure. I just have the graphics, everything ready, which I'm gonna use last year's graphics, save some time. But I have not decided yet. I don't want to do a full store discount because I feel it devaluates the end of summer sale a little bit. So we'll do some, I don't know, maybe I will have to think, but there will be a discount. So if you want to order something, stay tuned. So yeah, Blackhawk helicopter, which we're gonna paint, and the other one is the ESSS, which is the extra. Actually, I forgot already. External store support system. So like a carrier system for external cargo and weapons, which is really cool. So this one is the version with the fuel tanks on the side. And then we have one with rocket pods. It's really cool. So I have this one. I have not printed yet for myself. But definitely will do. Definitely wanna paint it up. Very cool. So yeah, helicopters are now live. What else I did? Nothing too extreme. First of all, the whole gangs and criminals stuff got sorted, and we now have a dedicated bank robbers, which also includes the very nice heat robbers, which I showcased the other day, and also the unloved older Common Octopus one, which I personally really like. I think they're really cool. So yeah, that's all of my today's work, which I wanna promote here. The other thing is, like I mentioned it earlier, I did manage to get decals for the helicopters yet from my buddy over at District Managers. I ordered a bunch. I will order a bunch, which will be available on the store to accompany the helicopter if you like it or not, to give it a little extra sausage thing. And it's really cool. He got like all the Gothic Serpent different ones, which is really, really cool. So if you're up for it. So it means today, since I don't have them on hand, we will literally just paint the helicopter and yeah, and that's it. And the decals we will do separate, not stream. I think it's not interesting doing just applying decals on a stream. If I have them on hand, I will showcase them. But besides that, I think it will be a dedicated video. Yeah, one of the many videos we haven't done yet. I haven't done yet. Yeah. But yeah, really cool. So super hyped for this one, and I will get some more other decals probably, and make something special with him. Yeah, if he's free next month, I think, and if I have the budget, then we're gonna do some custom stuff for Desk Ops. It's cool. On the other hand, reference wise, actually we can have a look first at the helicopter before I continue here. Yeah. Don't riding. I bought an SH-60 and CH-46 from New Ray. I don't even know this brand. SH-60 is the Super Hawk, isn't it? This the one which they used for Osama bin Laden assassination thing. Misspelled. No, it's a different one, but it's a modern version. I can already see he got some stuff on the nose. It's really cool. And here the looks like a refueling thing. It says SH-60. I have to check this one out. Yeah, I'm just learning into the all of the helicopter versions from the Blackhawk. Yeah, it's crazy. There's so many. What was the other one? CH-46. Helicopter. No idea what this is. The Sea Knight. Yeah. The one which I have here on my back. Which you guys cannot see on the screen. Which you also kind of need to paint up. Yeah, which also needs to be in the store. Just not enough time for everything. That's Battlefield. I know. Very cool. Yeah, very nice. I'm a big sucker for helicopters. I really like helicopters. I like the Soviet ones. Yeah, at a later point I will need to talk with Bob Mac to also get the helicopters in the store, so I can also offer them. I have the Kickstarters, the files for myself, but not the merchant ones because they're really expensive. For a reason, yeah, because they're really good sets. But yeah, talking references, what I pulled up for me and what I also learned. Let me open it up. So this is good enough. Sounds good. Yeah, so I have here some pictures, older ones, 95. I mean, it's a Black Hawk, it's a black helicopter, so, and I primed it dark gray, so it will probably not be as exciting in painting as anything else we did here. But I think we can pick a lot of details and do a panel highlighting with the brush. Yeah, I definitely want to do again everything with the brush to show how you can achieve something good even without an airbrush. Yeah, this is people always think, and I know this from a lot of areas, from woodworking, for example. I was a passionate hobby woodworker, haven't done in ages something. But you always feel like, I can do this project if I have this tool. Yeah, then you buy the tool, then you see another idea. But I need this other tool, and then you buy all the tools until you feel comfortable to start something. Because from all the videos from YouTube and wherever you're watching, it always is suggested visually, even if they're not stating it. But yeah, like 50-minute project. But then he got like so many tools that it's worth 20,000 euros or whatever. Yeah, it's exaggerating right now. So that's why I want to show it how you can do everything with the brush, because I know not everyone has an airbrush. We will do in the endless video to-do lists. We will do airbrush videos. Yeah, definitely want to do it. But yeah, long story short, We got here some red details, which I'm not really sure what it is. I'm gonna just cross-reference the model. This one, I'm not sure if this is from the movie, but I think pretty much yes, because of the color filter palette. Yeah, it's a black helicopter, literally. Yeah, the decals, like I said, I don't have. We will omit for this time. And one thing I learned is that the actual helicopter they used for the raid are MH-60A or L even, which has this different nose with sensors in it. So if you're extremely massively picky for Gothic Serpent, yeah, you will probably not be happy with the UH. Is also something I learned. MH means military helicopter, and UH for utility helicopter. Yeah, so it's more like literally workhorse type. And those guys from the what was it called? Special Air something Raiders. Yeah, they have a military version. I'm also not sure what the main difference is, but I think here on the side we can see it. They have this little hook thing where they can put the rope out to rappel down. And don't you riding an UH-60A from the Switzer Army. That's actually cool. Yeah, I think I know which one this is visually, but I'm not sure about the name. Let me actually check because I'm curious cat. Meow. Helicopter. Yeah, this was weird. I know. The Eurocopter. Yes. EC 635. EH. Or did you mean EC maybe? But it's really cool. I like this very unique look with the how the tail rotor looks. Very cool. This would be also something very nice. Yeah. This we're gonna check in a moment. Back to the reference. Yeah, so yes, that's that one. We have Crazy Sham. Welcome back. Po Max Verstappen. Yeah, so here's another picture from, forgot the guy, but from actual Black Hawk Down, Somali Rangers or Deltas even. Actually, don't. This is a cool one. Not sure what the story behind this one is with the heavy metal, which is one of the ones. You can also see that this one does not have the MH military stuff. So yeah, but he got a little inside rod for the rappel. It's a little bit customized. Could be a private one with prop stuff. So not sure. But as you can see, yeah, black helicopters, just black. And I will do the windows black and gray like I usually do. So will be a little bit less exciting. But it's a Black Hawk, yeah. So what else to do? Here you got one, this, I'm not sure it's 66 or 68 variant. Or not variant, the one from Gothic Serpent. Here we have another picture, but they did have also miniguns and not M240Bs. I still did manage to rewatch the movie, to be frank. I completely forgot about it. This I think is a real picture, not sure, like a actual, not a movie picture. And I do have a really nice one. This one is cool from the movie. Here we can also see again very nice different nose stuff. But was it this one? I think it was this one. Not sure if you guys can see it, but we have like here edge highlights on the window here and here, and also here around the panels. So this is something we will yeah, crazy. So yeah, there's something we could do. For example, yeah. Here this one was actually, yeah, sorry, this is the right picture. Yeah, with the edge highlights, which they, I don't know if they painted it on or what's the reason behind it. but this picture very reminiscent, very visible, so we can do, and this is technically the same technique I do, with the difference I'm not doing edge highlights, but I do a panel highlight. I've done this on all my German Wehrmacht tanks, which I painted in classic, what's it called, Panzergrau. Yeah. I assure the UH-60 is black and not dark olive drab. Could be, but like I said, I want to misuse this one for Operation Gothic Serpent, yeah, for this one, so it's gonna be black. But it depends. Like, there's so many. If you look at the Wikipedia page, yeah, which is actually really, really nice, because there's so many pictures on it. Yeah, so this one could be dark olive, yeah, like what you say, very dark olive drab. And I clicked on the picture, which is bad. Yeah, that's a 1970s. Yeah, it's a very old helicopter. Those are more olive. Oh, by the way, this is, I just want to say, this is not Boeing Virtual. Okay, interesting. Yeah, can see from the nose difference. Port Salinas, Invasion of Grenada. This one is in Iraq, yeah, which is also not sure. Yeah, you might be right that it's a very dark olive. Nice cockpit. Yeah, very cool. Here we got an Australian Army one, called S70A9. As you can see, it has some smaller sensors on the bottom, but it is not very reminiscent, different nose-wise. And they have different exhaust ports, I noticed, some of them, if you want to be also picky. Colombian National Police, yeah, very cool, looks really great, yeah, this old type. He got the more, I think it's also the UH-60A, I'm not sure. Sensor nose. It's a little bit different than the one from what we saw earlier. Mexican Air Force. Also not sure if it's a dark green or black. Philippine presidential airlifting helicopter. Really cool actually with the gradient here. I really like this one. What's this one? Swedish one. Battle of Mogadishi, yeah, not sure what this is. Yeah, classic. Iraq. This one I liked a lot. Royal Brunei Air Force. Yeah, this looks really awesome camouflage wise. It's again the they call it S70I, yeah, but I'm not sure if this is I'm not sure, so I'm not even gonna comment. But if you look at it, yeah, it just looks the same like the one we have. The only main difference is this different nose sensor, which I can notice right away. Yeah, we have this, what I learned now is the radio antenna here on the side, which is, I don't know, it's something which probably will, by handling the model, break only. This one is dark green for sure. Very cool. Could do the same with the medic. I think he even has one. Yeah, use Army Medical if you want. Could do one with the decals. An ESSS one with the fuel tanks as a medical one. Very cool. That's actually really cool. I think this one is one I could see myself doing with one of the ESSS. 60M, yeah, that's the one with the refueling thing. Rod. Here with the rocket pods. Very cool. Presidential white top, Black Hawk, yeah. Which is something you could also do. Just paint it in a different scheme. The nose, he got again the lower sensor. So I started collecting pictures, and I will do. This is something, yeah. And I know when I'm saying this on stream, I already noticed people get maybe potentially inspired. So I should first do and then tell. You know how it is. But I have already collected some pictures, and there will be probably a bunch of add-ons from me Probably also as STL. I have to check this. Where you can just buy different nose thinger to upgrade your Bob Mac helicopter or any other one. This golden top, very cool. Really, really nice. So yeah, I think this is something which I can do with my skill level for sure. And this will just make this helicopter more versatile, because this is really the main visual difference, is the different noses, yeah, and then we will be able to glue it on. And as Spike suggested earlier, yeah, I was riding with him a little bit, make it magnetizable, yeah, which is really cool. And here's a cool map on Wikipedia with all the operators of the Black Hawk. So yeah, my opinion, it's the helicopter for Western forces, yeah, Austrian force even, yeah, there are even more pictures, yeah, Brazilian Air Force, yeah, this one actually I want to do for sure, because with me being half Brazilian and want to do a little BOP, Brazilian favela cartel stuff, this is definitely one on my wishes. And this is actually also the first picture I saved, fun fact, for doing the little nose modification. Again, Royal Brunei Air Force, pretty similar. Croatian Air Force, Israeli Air Force are actually also really cool desert scheme, I have to say. Japanese Air Self-Defense Force, Royal Jordanian Air Force, Philippine Air Force, Republic of China Army, so Taiwan, in case you're wondering. UN helicopter, which is really cool actually, yeah, white one. I thought about this a lot, doing a white one. Crashed one, which is actually a really good, nice reference if you wanna crash your helicopter. Like how it lands, yeah, which position it's lying on. And I will definitely do one of the other I printed. Make a crashed version of it, yeah. A Super Stallion. That's actually the CH-53, I think, from the Bundeswehr, which I like a lot, yeah. From Modern Warfare times, yeah. When you call in the helicopter, if you guys remember. Payflow coming in. But yes, lots of things. Yeah, the two Boppy movies were great. Boppe. Yeah. Elite Squad. Yeah, fantastic movies. Yeah, really, really great. One of my favorites. I have even the first movie original Brazilian DVD when we were there doing holidays. Yeah, really good. First one definitely, in my opinion, better than the second one. The second one is a little bit more political thriller thing, which still is great. But generally, I think that's fantastic. Yeah. So yeah, here you have it. Black Hawk is perfect helicopter for anything you're gonna do. Western aligned. And with the fall of Afghanistan, I don't even know how many Black Hawks have been there, which fell into the hands of Taliban or other insurgent forces. The same with the disbandment of the what was it called, the air bases in Syria, where the Russians, and I mean Russians didn't have any Black Hawks obviously, but the Americans also abandoned I think 1 or 2 bases, I don't remember. So potentially, yeah, you could use for your extreme expensive insurgents, yeah, fancy insurgents could use them, or for your PMCs obviously, yeah, as well. Blackwater. I don't even know if Blackwater had one. That's actually interesting. I know they had MH6. Blackwater, did they had UH-60 helicopters? Let's see what the AI lies to us or not. Yeah, already talking shit. Maybe we need to add Blackwater PMC. Did not operate any Black Hawk helicopters. Okay, yeah, so if this is accurate, yeah, I'm not always trusting this AI shit. But yeah, if this is true, like I said, I know they had Little Birds. But I mean, who's saying that your PMC dudes cannot use Blackhawks? Eh? So, long story short, yeah, South American Executors Aufkunft, they had Heinz, yeah. I remember this very well. Very cool videos, cool and visually interesting, masculine. So that's cool. So, long story short, let's actually look at what I painted with the spray can there. So, yeah, as you already can see in the camera, I just have to disinfect my hands, yeah, not because they are disgusting dirty, but they're just a little bit sweaty, oily, and I don't want to add any oil, and the alcohol helps remove the oil. Yeah. So, by the way, before we start, I actually need to forgot to project the stream here on my separate screen, so I always know if it's in frame or not, yeah, so I can make sure you guys have a clear view without delay. Yeah, this looks good. Good. Sorry. So yeah, Black Hawk. Sorry, wrong direction as usual. So I primed it yesterday evening. It was already dark, so I'm already seeing I missed some spots which are not so well primed, but it's okay. Yeah. Here's also a little bit green, and here between, but it's okay. Yeah. And using a dark primer, and this is a graphite gray actually. I checked the bottle. It's a very nice dark gray. I would say it's very close to, I don't know if it's gray-green maybe, or highlight color. So this will help quite a bit with the paint job in itself. Yeah, technically you could just paint the windows now black and then this is too lazy. Yeah. I did forgot to prime the rotor, which is a separate piece, but yeah, just paint it black. I don't know, on some pictures you see some have like white stripes in the end, some have it, some don't have it. I would paint it separately and then in the end glue in. Or if you're fancy about it, yeah, you could try to maybe glue a magnet here on it and put a magnet in there so it's cannot break off because it's just held by the magnet. Again, with my resin, it's super flexible, so it will not break itself at all. Yeah, but it will. I mean, the glued parts which are more stiff, they probably will break. Potentially break. What else? I printed new rotor blades, as you can see, because last time, guys, remember, I broke those off. Yeah, those are the connectors. Zoom in a little bit on the Blackhawk one. Yeah, we have one lower and one upper one. Yeah, which is pretty cool because it connects this way then to the main rotor. The only thing is, I forgot to print the main rotor again. And I have only this one where I tried to glue the broken ones together, yeah, which looks awful. And then I dropped this one on the floor and it fell directly on the glued area and broke again. So this is massively thick and it's not straight. Yeah, it just looks awful. Yeah, so I will use this for the crash helicopter. But just so you have a rough idea. Yeah, this is terrible. It's not what I like. But yeah, here you have it. And the good thing, or the bad thing maybe, it depends. Because the stuff is flexible, they will get a little bit of the original hang. Yeah, they will be a little bit, they will not stay very straight, so they will get a little bit bendy down. Yeah, so they will look a little bit more like the real ones, which is really cool. So yeah, let's get inside. Besides that, yeah, you see, I remember this was the first one I printed. directly when I received the files, and I had this error which got now repaired already. But obviously I don't want to throw it out. So if you remember last time, I just added some super glue over it to fill in the gap. Yeah, it looks terrible, but again, it will do the job. For my case, I'm not too picky about it. But if you're gonna order from me, there will be no gap and it will be very nice. Yeah. What else? Any questions? No, not sure. Super thick. Yeah, I'm actually really super hyped for this one. It's a massive one. It's a big boy. Just in terms of size, helicopter obviously with the miniature next to it. Really nice. And if you're kind of smart about it, you could probably magnetize the side doors, so you could like open them and close them. So not sure how you would do it. Maybe if you drill a little hole here on the side, grab the other one. Yeah. So if you would drill here a hole, can I draw it on? It doesn't matter. So here, a hole with a magnet, and then you have on the door one magnet on the back side in the front and in the back. So you either have the front magnet holding it, or when you pull the door back, the top magnet could hold it. Yeah, this would be an idea if you want to have a little bit more freestyle. With the side doors, it's quite difficult because the closed windows is one segment and the open windows is technically just one window, because the door, it's like two windows, but one window goes out and slides to the left, yeah, and then both slides to the side. So the gunner area is open. Yeah, this is a little bit more difficult. But yeah, and the same what I said earlier with Spike, all the nose attachments, I will add magnets, so you can drill your model if you want and add a magnet there, and then, I don't know, close it with green stuff again, then swap the noses out however you like. Yeah, and this is what I mentioned here with the error where they forgot some material, strangely. So, how do we approach this? So first of all, I would like to check if this gray-green, which I usually use for highlighting all my black stuff, is brighter or not. Which means I'm gonna find a little on the back side and on the bottom side area and do a little test. Technically use another model which I spray painted the same, but I will do a real life test with you guys here. So classic gray green 866, which I like a lot. Flip this sucker around and let's just try this panel. I will zoom in a little bit so you guys can see what I'm doing. So what I did beforehand, and I thought it looks quite interesting, is if you have several panels on the vehicle, doors or so on, I use a lighter color than the base color, and then I just paint the insert, keep the areas around clear. Just paint here inside, yeah, so the border stays with the main color and inside it's a little bit brighter. Yeah, here I made a little bit too much, but it's okay. It does look a little brighter, so I think this is spot on, because when we finish we're gonna throw over a wash over it, yeah, dark wash, and probably one of the self-made one, or we just use army painter dark tone for now. So it's like modulation, what you do with airbrush, where you paint every panel a little bit brighter, but with the brush. It's the easiest way, it goes pretty fast. If you just fill in the squares, the panels, yeah, we got quite a lot of panels here. I could do this here and here and here and here. Just want to wait a second for it to dry. Here we got a panel, all the individual stuff we're gonna highlight. Yeah, and this one. So another thing which we can do, and we will do right now, actually we could actually try the next brighter one I have is London Grey. So let's just do second panel there, the bottom. And again, I know there's easier ways to do it with airbrush or whatever. But this is really, the idea is to show how you could do it if you just have a brush and color. Yeah. There are many ways, yeah, this is just one way. Doesn't mean this is the right way, this is just my way. It is my way. So yeah, you can already see when it's dry, it looks pretty much the same. Yeah, so this is definitely not the right color. Yeah, I cannot, in reality, I can see that there are brush strokes on it, but color-wise, it looks identical. Yeah. So I'm just gonna paint over with the London Grey. Let's see how this looks when it's dry. And this is what I say, yeah, the colors, they darken always when they dry. Yeah, just for extra reference. Do here. Then we wait again a moment until it dries. Yeah. Proof if the idea works. But I think this could be the right one, which means we can and could use even a brighter gray for the dry brush. Yeah, I would like to do first a dry brush with an even brighter color, and then paint in the panels. Maybe, or we could just use this one, and it looks a little bit more uniform. And paint the highlights manually, you know, like all the little hinges and the rivets in a separate color. Oh yeah, here even not enough priming, but it's okay. It's a little bit dusted, so this helps already for the paint to stick on. Yeah. And to be fair, yeah, with it looking really rough with my gluing, I was extremely impatient. Yeah, I really rushed it because I didn't have any time. Yeah, same here. Even broke off one of the little the front window. Yeah, that's what I meant earlier. Yeah, one window is further out, and then both windows slide to the left when you open them up. Yeah, and I could have sanded this a little bit nicer, so it is more flatter, but yeah, just with some things I'm impatient. Yeah, I have to be absolutely honest. So let's check it out. It's still a little bit wet, but I think it looks good. Especially if we're gonna wash it. Evening Wedge. Good evening, sire. How you doing, mate? How you doing? Used look, yeah, definitely want to give it a little bit more rough. And if we look back at the one of the reference I showed, yeah, where is it? Yeah, this one here. We can see that it's not really black; it's a very dark gray. Maybe a tidbit darker than what I have. And then we have this rather gray. In this case, yeah, the edge highlighting, which we will maybe achieve with airbrushing, with dry brushing. But oh, actually, these are windows. Yeah, you see, I would have not painted this as windows. Good to see. Good to know. So yeah, so I think we are more than good in using a very bright gray. Yes. Glad to hear, Wedge. All good. That's very nice. Very good. No time for bad mood. And the fruit flies are liking my lemonade. They're flying again in it. So yeah. With the glue is use look to some hurried wielding to making ready. Actually, you're right. Yeah. Actually, you're right. Looks good idea. Good eye and good idea. So now it should be dry. Still not dry. Yeah. And I touched it. But I think it's good. Yeah, we're definitely good to go with London Grey. I also have this uniform gray, which I think is even a little bit lighter. Yeah, it's a little bit lighter. So we could use this for the dry brush. I think the gray I have is just too bright. So I would use a little. Should we dry brush? I think we should try dry brush. Let's use the uniform gray and do a little really soft dry brush. So dry brushing, as you guys know, either you can get a dry brush, which is one of those thing like this. Yeah, I wetted it once, and that's why I have all these little dry beads, which sucks. I'm not sure if I can clean it off, but probably yes. So never wet your dry brush. This is the worst offense you could do to your dry brush. Yeah, but there's also different sizes here from different brands. So what's this here? AK, Abteilung 502, but doesn't matter. Any of those are technically the same. Or you can use just a regular one. This one has already been misused as a dry brush as well. It doesn't matter. It should be synthetic bristles for the stiffiness. Unintended. So and what you want to do is not put it on your wet palette. Take a sheet of paper, tissue, whatever you have. Whatever you have is a good key. Just use this one. And you can see I already have here a dry brush spot. So the only thing is it's very painting wasting. So you will use a lot of paint. Big nice splooge. Take your dry brush, dab it just a little bit, and then dab it on the side, and then you're gonna strike it until you can also use your hand. I like to use my hand, until there's seemingly nothing coming off. Yeah, this is already good. We see just a little bit. Yeah, we have some paint here there. Then you take your model and go over the areas, and then technically all the high areas should get picked up. Should the brush pick up and leave the paint on, which is doing it right now. Careful here with the tail. And you can even influence you can already see it's working quite good. You can also influence a little bit more with the lighting. If you, for example, do the dry brush from top to down, and not like what I'm doing all around. If you just do top to down, then you can get mimic the lighting fall a little bit better. It's also what you can do with zenithal type of highlighting or priming jobs. So yeah, kinda depends on your using. Yes, the tail is annoying. It goes on my desk thing. So let's charge the brush up again. And always roll it around, because sometimes you have one area where there's still normal paint there, and then you're gonna over your thing, and then you have very thick streaks. It happens so often with me. It's really, really annoying. Yeah, with this we can also introduce some little texture on top, on some areas. You could also just dry brush it and call it a day. Throw a wash over it, dry brush it, throw a wash over it, and then leave it as it is. So literally however you like it. Also technically, if you prime everything dark black or dark gray, what I did here, you can always add your main color in with a dry brush. Only thing which does not work very well, what we tried the other day when we painted the civilian Toyota Corollas, is when you want to dry brush white, it just looks massively dirty. Yeah, it looks terrible. But I painted police cars where I have them primed black and then dry brushed them in blue. Looks quite good. So one more from this side. Well, I think I have to turn off the heating. It's really getting uncomfortable warm. And be careful, obviously, don't press it too much because you will probably damage or even rip off some detailed parts. Worst case. So cross here. Yeah. Yeah, and that's where one of those stands, handles thing come very in handy. So what I'm doing now, I'm not using the brush anymore. So what you want to do, so to avoid getting this disgusting stuck color stuff, is just take a dry and rub it for a long time, until there's really nothing in paint coming off. They are really nice, and actually I want to do this as well. Just always forget about it. I actually need to write it down. Nice texture plates where you can relieve your dry brush until you have your desired result in terms of how much paint is charged. This is just like a textured board, with lots of skulls or whatever you want to do. Rub it like Aladdin's lamp, exactly. We never had some exercises with the helicopters because these were out of order or in use for other tasks. You mean military-wise? It's a shame, Back when and I will tell you the story why. Back when I was about to go to the military. Cannot remove this, I need to wash it out. And I wanted to join the military. I always wanted to be helicopter pilot. I thought this was always amazing. Or attack helicopter gunner, would also be probably fun, at least in terms from video game stuff, and actually, talking about video games, Battlefield Vietnam, which you guys probably know and played, was the first one where I really fell in love with helicopter stuff. Yeah, it was so much fun. Battlefield 1 was awesome, and even now with Battlefield 6, yeah, coming full circle. I'm not so much into flying. Yeah, I'm just not as patient. Yeah, I'm probably not as bad. Yeah, I did a little bit of flying, was okay, but it's just too stressful. But a very friend of mine at Desert actually. Yeah, he's excellent pilot in Battlefield, and I think I'm a really good gunner as well, and we are a very great team together. It's sort of fun getting all the stuff, dominating the battlefield literally. Yeah. Does he have a joystick? I think not. Yeah, I think he uses the mouse. Yeah. I bought a joystick back in the days for Battlefield Vietnam, but just, I don't know, I was with the mouse still way better than with a joystick. Don't know, but yeah, it's really cool. So here you can see the dry brush results. Gives it a rougher texture, and literally here, this is very nice around the windows. We got the highlights. This panel is nice highlighted, yeah, all the edges, all the rivet areas here are highlighted now. All the little buttons and the air grades here, if I now you can see it better here, and we got some rub off, which is okay. Just give some texture. Yeah, here as well, same here. This corner is nice. Yeah, so this helps already in elevating for the helicopter a bit. For the fields, yeah, it's interesting. So let's go in with our London Grey and paint on some panels. Which was it this one? No, it was this one. I'll charge up my little drop here. But yeah, attack helicopter flying as well, and I don't hate to admit it, but watching the infrared camera videos of real life attack helicopters, I found always fascinating, interesting. Even if it's extremely graphic, in some cases, it's just like, I don't know, it just feels so polarizing. I don't know. And absolutely, I blame video games for making it this way. Yeah, there's no talk about video games. Definitely a massive multiplier for conscripting. Yeah, don't want to know how many people from playing Call of Duty Modern Warfare or whatever back in the days thought it's awesome and joined the army military. Yeah, I mean, if we talk about Generation Kill, as in the miniseries and the book. Literally exactly about this. So brush wise, take whatever you want. Actually, I will take a synthetic brush. This one we used for, what did we paint the other day? The Humvee, yes. So here one of the flat synthetic cheap one. This one from Lidl, €1 something 99 set. With 10 different brushes, more than perfect for this. Then we're gonna do the poor man's modulation. And then for some time in the future, we do one with airbrush, and then we can compare it at some other day. Yeah, so I will just start from the bottom because we already did, and then it's if it's dry, then it's easier to hold. So yeah, technically, literally just what we were doing here. Actually, remove this for a moment. Here we also see the little hole for your pole, not for your pole, but for the pole if you wanna use a flying base. And is it a white gray actually? Use looks completely different, but maybe if it dries, it looks more similar. Just paint it over. And yeah, to stick in your pole for the base. Which I will do for this one. I have few acrylic poles which I bought back in the days. Just to, yeah, you know, for whenever I need them. So now 5 years later I will have a use. But I think probably for this helicopter, the acrylic ones, because it's quite heavy, I think it's about 150, 60 grams maybe. Or 200, nearly 200. It will be pretty flimsy, yeah. So I think like a brass rod is probably better than this one. Hey Adam, what's up, my man? Do you have any pro painter methods that you dislike that are just too fancy? I don't know, I think it depends, you know, it depends what you're painting. I would say there's not a lot of things you could put in one basket of it's just painting. I think definitely like the whole glazing stuff is, not like I dislike it, it's very fancy. I think, I don't know, for me it does not add much value. I also did not much glazing, you know, like glazing the skins, different layers and so on. I think this is very fancy. But it also depends if you're painting for painting sakes or for like a competitive thing or for display. It's absolutely different than painting for playing, yeah, what I'm doing here, yeah, wargaming. I'm not doing diorama, doing wargaming. But yeah, glazing is always something I look like a little bit like this at it. And besides that, let me think, what else fancy method? Yeah, like using more than one highlight color, I think is also very fancy. But this is again not a bad thing, but it's just like, for me, it's time-wise not necessary. Do you have any? Do you have anything you think it's weird, dislike, or stupid, or whatever? Let me know. But yeah, as you can see already, it's super simple. It's not as nice as doing the modulation with an airbrush, because we have a rather hard gradient, but it still sells the look. And we're gonna throw a wash over it in the end. So this will help to sell the look. And this is what I did on all my Wehrmacht tanks and trucks and so on, because I didn't have any airbrush back then. Primed in all by brush, and then I did the Pullman modulation. And you could probably use two grays, yeah, lighter one and this one, or you know, to make like one part in one color and then the other part in the other one, which people do with the modulation. Yeah. And in the bottom, technically, you would not need to do it, but I wanted to do it so I can, because it's a nice flat surface, to show you really nice what we're doing. And we have some very nice individual panels here, which make this rather cool. So technically just paying the insert and keeping the borders clean. This one, just gonna paint a little bit here. And this makes the helicopter, or whatever you're painting, plane, tank, just way more interesting than just throwing one color on it. So this one I actually think are lights. Kinda have to check it out. Reference, not really sure. Yeah, Adam's writing, yeah, too much stuff on models if you play tabletop games, since barely anyone notice. Why would be the shading, the hole there, the light would be shine, so they are not doing the whole lighting and branding. Yeah, that's true, yeah, and that's what I mean, yeah, if you're doing tabletop, there's so much stuff which is too overkill. Technically, to be brutally honest, just painting them on and throwing a wash over is more than enough for tabletop, yeah. I do like the highlighting, it just makes it pop from distance. But this is again, it's a style choice, and it's like what I said, priority, time decision. Yeah, like I said, I have a friend who does 2 highlights on his miniatures. They look really, really nice, but yeah, it's like I don't know, 1/4 or 1/3 more in time spent, and this is for me not worth it. It's not worth it. Yeah. But there's a lot of stuff, and I think not even bad or anything. If you want to use the techniques, that's totally fine. But what I find a little bit frustrating, annoying, or weird is when people look down on you not using those fancy techniques. Yeah, which I luckily have not seen or had in a long time, due to me not being anymore on the Facebook groups, probably. Cough cough. But yeah, this is people want to try to shame you in painting more simpler ways is really lame. Lame and a shame. Like I always say, your miniatures, your choice, your style. So yeah, here you can already see how nice difference we have, and it really pops out. Yeah, like I said, if we're gonna throw over the wash later, maybe we can do another round of highlights of dry brushing in the end with even brighter gray and even lighter, just to give it another level. This could be nice. To make it not a boring black helicopter, which technically is. Make it a not so boring, various gray color helicopter. Yeah, so I'm not really sure here. I'm just gonna paint it in with the bottom areas. I think those are lights. Because we saw in one of the pictures where the helicopter was on the side, that there was some white, which looks like a lamp light. And obviously this technique, the lower, not the lower, the smaller your scale is, the better it will probably look. The more aggressive it will look. So if you're doing 20mm, this looks probably even better. Yeah, so these are windows. Jesus Christ. For a second thought this was a Citadel pot of wash. Would be not so good. So the door as well. And here we can see very nice how the ash gray we use for the dry brush is definitely lighter than the London gray we're doing here for the poor man's modulation. Yeah. The tail is really bad to handle. And this is also where this type of brush comes in handy. We have very thin, flat surface and very straight bristles for doing all the straight lines and navigating around the rather square areas. Oh, Jesus Christ. What? Don't shoot me. Ah, oh, good. I didn't expect that for a second. Yeah, so let's actually continue here on the nose. Always see that you guys can see it. So it's a little bit, obviously it's a little bit more work, but yeah, kind of need to put it in. Like I said, you could just, we just dry brush it, what we did before, throw in over the wash, and then call it a day. Paint the windows in the pure black, which we're gonna do in a moment. So I think this is also a window. I'm not really sure. And yeah, but I haven't done this really in a long time. Also haven't painted any of the helicopters. Yeah. So it's actually nice to do it for once. Here the welding marks, yeah, like what first said. And this is the thing, it's like the same thing where we painted the, what was it? The sheriff. You guys remember? We had also, he was like mostly black. And then we used a brownish black, a darker black, a grayer black, or a darker gray. And managed to have black in various feel and make it not just boring black. That's technically the same we're doing here. 3 shades of gray, yeah. So to say. And yeah, it's really a shame don't have the decals here on me, because this would be really, really cool to add those on. So. So, is it technically a grey hawk, not a black hawk? That's the question. Yeah, but I definitely want to paint a dark olive one, which what Don G wrote. Yeah, dark olive drab would be really cool. Ah, sorry, Adam, you also wrote. Yeah, I'm a type of painter that just slaps the paint on and I'm done with it. No edge highlight, just slap the paint on as long as they're painted thick or not, don't care. That is, I mean, brutally honest, any painted model is 1,000,000 times better than not painted. Yeah. So this is absolutely true. And also, I think you asked me this the other day. Not sure. But if you're, whatever your main goal is, yeah, if people wanna, their main goal is to have a nice painted miniature for display, whatever. There are lots of people who don't play. Then this is their main goal. If your main goal is just to have figures because you want to play, and I think this is what you wrote when I asked, then it's just a means, a necessary means for your main goal, for playing. So this is absolutely legit and viable. Yeah. And it's also good that you know what you want in terms of style, precision, speed, so you don't have to think about and fuss around. Do I use this gray or this one? Yeah, like we're doing here. Speeds things for sure up. So for stuff which is round like here, we can either just paint the whole surface. So this is one way. What we can do is like, this is more this way, yeah. You can see it's not completely like a circle or like a cylinder round. It's more rectangular shaped, yeah. We have like here one flat-ish surface, and then here the round area, and then if you think it as a complete body, it would be also flat again. So it's like a hexagon if you wanna think about it. So what you can also do, a hexagon is maybe wrong, but yeah, it's just like one stripe here, one stripe here, and leave some spacing, which I kind of messed up right here. One here and one here. Yeah, I messed completely up. The brush spread it out too much. Maybe we can do it this way. Yeah, so technically like this, I meant. So you give it a little bit more texture where it didn't have, and here I messed it up now. But yeah, you catch my drift. And maybe we can do it here better. And then here we go over to the big one. And it's technically all why we're doing all this modulation stuff. It's just to give it a more depth, more thick, not thick, but more, yeah, texture, more interesting structure. And the cool thing, as you can see, you don't need to be as precise because there's so much stuff going on that it looks so busy. Means to an end, yeah. Get a nice painted model ready for the table. Or flying over the table, technically. So, looking good already. Bloody tail, always in the way. And the bad priming job, yeah, it really bites me now a little bit, but it's okay. Let's hope the wash does its job. I'm actually just gonna go in here a little bit more aggressive. got this big surface here, which I'm also gonna keep the hard. It's not a hard edge, but the slight edge. Unpainted to give the sense of of modulation, technically, practically. And I don't actually, to be also honest, I have no idea if this is actually a real technique, which I'm showing here. Because it's something I came up when I was watching at other people doing all the airbrush modulation of the tanks, which looks fantastic. And I'm like, I also want to do this. But I don't have the airbrush, so I thought like, okay, maybe I can mimic it. Yeah. So that's why I call it the Pullman's modulation. So this actually here we didn't add it here. Brush already suffered some bristle peeling around, but again, I'm not too worried about those really cheap ones. Oh, sorry. And actually good, so it means when next time Lidl, which is a discounter, we call it in Germany, but it's technically just supermarket, grocery stuff. They have often their own branded art supplies, kitchen supplies, stuff like this. And this is perfect. Yeah, this is something we use for the Humvee. Now we use it for the helicopter and probably 1-2 more jobs, and then it can go in the trash. And then we just get a new one. New set. But I like it already. Looks grimy. We're half done already. There are all the big areas we managed, and the bottom, which was unnecessary. Here we got some panels. I'm not sure about the inside. Yeah, I will do it now just for the sake of doing it. But I think this probably can do really black. I saw some pictures where there's quite a lot of residue from the exhausts. So, yeah. So here, I don't know if you can see it. Yeah, here you can see it. There's like a spine thing going on, which goes to the tail. Yeah, so I'm also gonna paint this one individually. Then the triangle in 2 smaller triangle things. Yeah. Just to emphasize on the tail boom. Yeah, and then we're just gonna paint 1 stripe here, and then also do 1 stripe on the side and then 1 on the bottom, or just 1 on the side. So, see how good I'm controlling my brush, and then we adjust. Yeah, Don G, yeah, it's late already. Yeah, thank you for joining. Good night. Beautiful start to the new week. Stay healthy, and yeah, thank you for joining, for being part of the stream today. Looking forward for your helicopters. Yeah, which you wrote earlier, the Seahawk and the other one, UH-60, right? Yeah. Very good. Very cool. So So here we can do a little edging. No idea what this actually is. Maybe this is air intake for the engine. So this is a really big surface, which means we also make big panel, which will help a lot to set the vibe, the mood for this helicopter. By the way, just thinking about it, I never thought about it, to be brutally honest. A different way would be prime the helicopter in a brighter gray and use a darker gray to paint around the edges. Yeah, probably less paint used and same effect, maybe. Just an idea. But that's what this way I've been doing it for forever. Is wrong said, but at least what I've done before. We got one big panel. And this is something I like, you know, all this organic feeling edges just gives the model, the piece you're painting more, I don't know, more life, if it sounds interesting maybe. Yeah, this is, I don't know. Adventure Build, my friend. How you doing? How's it goes? Yeah, how goes it? I mean, was tempted to read out loud. It's going good, yeah. We just more or less went through with doing some poor man's modulation, how I call it. Just painting the panels in but leaving the edges out. We did a little dry brush here on the helo. And when I'm done, I'm gonna, don't know if we want to do another dry brush probably. Just to give it more texture with the brighter gray, and then we paint in the windows, and that's technically done. Yeah, the tires, because I don't have decals on hand, and I don't want to draw anything on for this one. But yeah, how you doing? You busy? In a good way or painting? I hope. I hope it's nothing too annoying. Yeah, that's a good idea. Second. Maybe I wash the brush out, then it's maybe gain a little bit thing. Busy with the family, yeah, okay, yeah, that's the usual thing, yeah, that's cool. I hope nice, yeah. Are you gonna play again Minecraft with your eldest? Just remembered. Minecraft. Yeah, I've been not that active in Instagram, so yeah, I'm sorry, I need to catch up what you've been cooking up, my friend. Really slow. I already mentioned next week I will get back into my out of the rut, back into the action for Instagram post. That's really a little bit tart. Override. Actually, I have really to open my window here and turn the AC off. So it's I don't know what's called, not sticky, but hard to, not hard to breathe, but the air is just so thick. So let's hope it goes a little better in a moment. Yeah. So let's continue here. The curve. And it's also really relaxing to paint this Pullman modulation. Honestly, it's technically like we talked the other, one of the many other streams, this Male nach Zahlen, where you kind of connected the dots. You have the panels and just paint the panels and yeah, thick air. Yeah, exactly. Yes. The only thing is to have the right colors, the right lighter shade of gray or whatever you do. I think with black and gray it looks the best, like I said. Not that I tried it with many other colors out, but like the tanks, the German Wehrmacht World War II tanks, they look really, really nice. I like this a lot. I'm not even sure if I would say I prefer this over airbrush looks. I don't know. Well, are you gonna paint tomorrow, Falsfa? You said tomorrow painting session. Any plan already in place? I've been honest, to be brutally honest, the last days playing Battlefield, as much as I'm enjoying it, I was always like, okay, do I play? Which I did, because I have all the friends and everything playing it, so I kind of like, you don't want to miss out on a cool time with the guys. But I have been also like, I would really just paint now something. Just paint some mini, some model, and record a video. Yeah, really, just really in the mood in painting all the time. And the other day actually was really in the mood in making some music. But then Battlefield happened once more. Yeah, it is. So I don't know, maybe in 4 weeks it starts getting boring and then we probably go back to only play when the new update come out. We will see. Just really, really a lot of fun. I will try maybe another stream, but just to not have my friends need to talk English for the stream. I didn't stream anything, yeah. Still your Cyberpunk girl, this will take some time. Yeah, nice, but no rush. Take your time. Want to try some techniques? I never. Did you try the NMM type style sword thing we talked the other day? I remember doing one side of the sword in a brighter gray and the other one darker to give it this metal shine. I'm in the mood painting all those cars and vehicles I have here. We wanna get those done. And actually painting the Delta dude last Thursday and how fast it went. And also to redeem myself with effing up the DCU camouflage. We wanted to get the other guys painted, yeah. You tried but failed kind of, still experimenting, but I also want to do some wet blending. Ah, yeah, I remember with the wet blending, you also, I think you told about it. Or we talked about it at least. Yeah, but it's good. If you failed, it means you learned something, yeah? So you know already what not to do next time. That's always the positive effect. That's why I'm happy that I tried the egg race on the DCU. Because I know that this is shit. So. I try, yeah. I know. I know, bro. Black Hawk. Yeah, this is really cool. Better than I imagined, yeah, and that's a cool thing. That's mostly, I'm probably so self-critic that I always imagine it the worst way, not the worst way possible, but definitely worse than it comes out. That it looks, I mean. Turns out, that's the right word. I'm really running here low on ink. I don't want to charge it up. Ah, scheiße, what the fuck, what did I do here? The wrong color, yeah. Did I grab the white? Heart attack. Nearly. There's also no primer on this little tail extension. I do need more paint. It's super dry and it's not sticking anything to the brush. So let's get a tiny little drop of London Grey. So, then paint here the rest of the tail section. But we also have again lots of nice panels here. Here doing this to get some stabilization. So, and for here, I'm actually not really sure what would be the best way, but I think I would just paint now the in-betweens, the bigger spots. Maybe, or just all, roughly. Maybe a thinner brush would be better, but you can already notice I'm too lazy in getting a different brush. So it is what it is. If it looks uniform, it looks good. And we do need to do the bottom side, and since we did the whole bottom. But that's something you could omit, yeah, if you say like, this helicopter will be mainly parked and standing, which you could do with this one as well, because I closed it down. This was my second main intention, yeah. The first intention was just to have it a little bit easier with painting, yeah, no guns, no interior. Yeah, to be completely straightforward, honest. This is now messy, but it's okay, it's the bottom. So yeah, you can just like what we always say, you're not gonna see it, then don't even bother with painting it up. Yeah, this is really messy now, but it's okay. F it. Fudge it. The bottom. So I think that's it actually. I'm gonna wash out the brush and then we're gonna check it out. It's a little bit difficult because depending on the light fall, the helo shines a little bit, and then it just looks uniform color-wise. Yeah? So I really need to turn it and hold it the right way and right angle. So I'm really curious to see actually when I'm checking the stream back how long this now took. I'm estimating about 40 minutes, maybe 30 minutes. Must be maybe an hour. I don't know. Hard to tell. So this looks very good. Got here the Paris painted. You see here we forgot the top. Okay, we'll do this in a moment. This is painted, this is painted. Yeah, bottom we definitely painted all. This is quite easy to see because it's so flat. Yeah. And I hold in this angle, nothing is shining, but all the round surface here is a little bit. Yeah, actually the top here we forgot on both. Yeah, that's the only thing, yeah. The top of the wheel housing or whatever you want to call it. And here the top. Here we also have two surfaces which we can paint individually, which is really nice. Is this also a window? Yes, it's a window. Yeah. Yes, okay. So, very nice. So, by the way, let me know in the chat or in the comments what you think about the Poor man's modulation so far. Or generally, I think it looks whack. I think it's a easy, cool idea. I mean, easy, yes, it's super easy. Yeah, you could probably give your little brother or your 8-year-old son or whatever to do this. Just with the brush, yeah. Oh, we actually didn't paint this one, right? What did we? No, we did. I'm tripping. So, I would do another dry brush. I think the dry brush actually did help a lot. But we covered a lot with the dry brush. We should have probably first painted and then dry brush, but I was really not sure how well it looks, so this was more or less a safe road. So again, I'm using this uniform gray from Army Painter. This is the next brightest step I have again here. It's not as bright or light in the difference, but it's definitely brighter that it's noticeable. The next one I have is ash gray, which is it's a really bright one. Yeah. So for comparison, so this one is too much. So let's get our dry brush. Paint our skin gray. I like to use my thumb because with the skin, it's called polygons. Yeah, you can very well see it quick how much your brush is loaded. And we're gonna do the same stuff we did earlier. Just really, I'm not pressing at all. I'm really just moving the brush over the surface. I get a little bit the corners, the stuff here. A little bit more distressing, yeah, it's technically what we're doing here. You can see it very well how we're adding a little texture on the texture we painted on. Textureception, if you wanna think about it this way. Do on the bottom as well. Keep it uniform. Dry brushing. Yeah, and then we're gonna paint the wheels, I think. Yeah, quick and smoke gray, which we haven't touched smoke gray yet. Can you believe it? Yeah, usually always going strong with the smoke gray. Yeah, I think this is enough. Okay, yeah. So you can see we got a little bit more distressing in, yeah. So it adds again more texture on the texture. And it's super fast, super easy. Just rub hier Asphaltsfacet Aladdin's lamp, yeah. Yeah, thanks Adventure. It's technically it's more like a biggie. It's quite a big one, but I think it's really cool actually. It turned, like I said earlier, definitely way better out than I imagined, yeah. But as usual, I'm always very critic. Super easy, no airbrush modulation. So let's get to the. Actually, I will not be using the paint handle. We will use it for the wash, I think. So let's get our smoke black and paint the rubber wheels, and then we will probably see again a high difference. Like it looks very dark now. If you look at it, it looks black, but you will see how light it actually is. It's the gray. Here, this one. So I will just keep continuing with this brush. Continue using this brush, sorry. I have sometimes I notice this when I'm watching my streams as well. Or maybe it's always the same. That my brain works faster than my mouth can keep up, yeah. So I sometimes omit words, it seems. Maybe I'm just old, yeah, and rotten in the brain. The brain fungus. The maggots telling me to do it. Oh, shit. The maggots in my brain, I mean. Yeah, but all this gray and gray, it's really difficult to see. Did I cover it? Did I paint it already? The wheel seems to be painted. Yeah. So let's do the other one. By the way, it's also another thing, yeah. If you go on holiday, yeah, and you want to take something hobby related with you, model kit or whatever, to build up during holiday, I think we all did it at one point. And you don't have access to an airbrush, yeah. This is also obviously a valid method. Even if you have an airbrush but you don't have one with you. So wheels look good. Here's actually hard to reach spot. More or less. Tiny wheel in the back. But this is a lot of fun, I have to say. Really, painting. This is what I mentioned it a few times already, but it's bouncing back between miniature, terrain, and vehicle. This is awesome. It always feels fresh to do the other. Doing the one of them a lot So I think this is good. So I will just actually we should check the. Should we check the reference now? No, actually, let's paint the windows in with black. The blackest black, 950. Then we're gonna look a little bit over the references to yeah, kind of confirm if we missed something or if we need to paint something in a different color. Yeah, probably not. I would really like what the red stuff is, but since the helicopter was parking, I assume this is like a cover for the intake for the engine compartment. Yeah, and it's red specifically to see that it's on, so they need to take it off before they lift off. It's really what I'm thinking. So, and I'm probably, I guess, spot on. This. So for the windows, I will use a little smaller. It's a little bit thinner. This brush, that's still pretty worn out already, fanned out, but it should help because we got some quite thin windows, yeah, the side windows. I really don't want to go in the already painted area. This will be just massively annoying to clean up. So I will start the main windows just because I will not touch them a lot. And this is also where the big difference between I don't know about model kits, but like designed for tabletop. Here they specifically, I mean in reality also is the same, so maybe I'm exaggerating here. But we got the window as an inset, so we can run our brush really nice around the area without much of a fuss. And have very nice covered area. I think this one I will use a different brush for this tiny piece spot. But yeah, here you can actually see how not black the helicopter is. The whole lighting magic. Got here stupid hair. But that's what I always say, yeah? It's not about painting it black or whatever, it's about making it appear black. Give it a feel and look of being black. Like with everything. Already pretty cool. And with airbrush, I mean, you can also do it with airbrush, but then you would need to make a stencil either, which you hold over the windows, or you would tape it off, which is doable. Yeah, it's like I said, it's not one is better or worse, just different techniques for potentially a similar result. Actually, I have not been looking so much. If I'm here in focus, guys, in frame, sorry. This looks good. So let's do this foot tanning window.
Take this feeling away from me. I can't wait for the day when I don't feel these butterflies inside of me.
So that's the cool thing. When I got the noses, different modern noses done, I will just glue it on this one and just paint it the same way. And then we have accurate black hawk. We got again those stupid hairs here. Gothic Serpent Black Hawk, I mean. Around. Yeah, with the tail, it's really here because I've really here the. If you guys can see it, I got here my little table, so it's really, if I'm here, always in the way. First world problems. And you're seeing again, you probably already noticed and already know it. I'm always turning the model so I get the nice brush end where I need it, or where I have the maximum control over it.
Take this feeling away from me. Take this feeling away from me.
Yeah, and then we have the 7. This one actually I don't know, but this is also a window, 100% sure. It has this. This is probably for like opening a slide thing. And it's a little bit harder now to paint because we don't have this very nice inset. A little bit more careful. Yeah, the bristles are ready to worn out to get really nice. Yeah, that's okay. We paint the stuff first. We can reach nice. We can push our brush in. And we take the finer brush to get the details done. With a sight. And this is also something where if you look at the brush, sorry, you have always one, here you can see it. The bristles are warped in one direction. Yeah? In this case, they're going down, how I'm holding it, and not up. This way they go up, this way they go down. So I want to have them down when I push in. Yeah, so the tips goes into the corner where I'm pressing it against, so I don't go over the bump, so to say, over the border. This is a little side note. Full concentration. Yeah, this is difficult. Yeah, so the rest we're gonna do with the usual paintbrush. Yeah, and those here be again a little bit more comfortable.
This is where I wanna be.
But you can already see how this just painting in the window changed the feel of the helicopter completely. And I'm pretty sure, yeah, like I said earlier, if you just dry brush it and then paint in the windows, it will probably look already really, really good. Just want to go that little extra mile. Very nice. And my brush is exactly as wide as those windows. That's really... So I'm not sure. I think this is probably also window, maybe. Yeah, but we will definitely check the reference because everything we're gonna paint now black will stay black. Yeah, to get this back in especially now with the modulation and dry brushing and so on, this will always look a little bit out of place. Probably only out of place for me or us who saw the change. Yeah, if I'm gonna show it to someone else, he would probably not be able to notice it. But it will bother me 100% until I forget about myself. But as I know myself, probably will always get reminded about this when I see the model. As you know. Yeah, going a little bit too much in the border. I would also paint now this black, just to give the exhaust port more depth, which we don't have here. Gonna go in here with black. The only thing we will not be able to, I guess this is also probably black, but I'm gonna switch the brush because also the inside where the air intake is for the engine will be, I have really with the brushes these days, all coming loose. Super glue. Hope this works. But yeah, do you have a crashed version? I sadly don't have a crashed version, but I will do a crashed version with the other one I have printed. Yeah, because what I showed earlier, this is the first version I received the files, and it had those errors which weren't able to. I wasn't able to, or generally you couldn't notice them in the files. There's a piece in the inside lacking, yeah, and this is what I did here. I glued it over with super glue. But for this one, I will probably do a crashed version, yeah, especially since we have the tail section separately. So it would be rather easy to make it crashed, and we paint in the windows. Maybe I cut out the windows, yeah, because it actually is hollow here inside. Yeah, we go in. The X-Acto knife thing. But this would be pretty cool. Yeah, I think crashed version, definitely need one. But yeah, it's another one. All right, I remember talking about. Yeah. So yeah, for sure, 100%. Yeah, definitely. This is, I think, something for someone doing. I mean, 93 is not anymore. That's ultra modern or modern. I think 90s you can technically already consider as historical wargaming, but I would say with everyone liking these type of miniatures and games and paint them and so on, everyone wants to do a Black Hawk Down movie mission Gothic Serpent thing. Yeah, this is like one of the standard one. So yeah, I definitely want to do one as well. I think last Thursday I mentioned it. Sorry, spitting here, talking. Last Thursday I mentioned that my Cairo modern table, I could probably just swap out the sign on the hotel. Yeah, it's not visually not accurate, but make it the Hotel Olymp, or what it was called, from Mogadishu. And place also a crashed helicopter on the other end. Yeah, I don't know, it's not accurate from distance, but they have like a table there. Oh, sorry. Yeah, very cool. I'm already extremely hyped seeing this helicopter here painted this way. This makes me massively gaming erect, if I might formulate it that way. Very hyped for some gaming. Here I'm already seeing I didn't paint this one as well, so I'm just gonna use the highlight color here and just go in. Do the same here as well. This is a really painting, priming during bad lighting conditions. Not a smart thing to do. You know, never. You learn, but you are stubborn. At least I am. It was like leaving for grocery shopping, what I said yesterday. Spray painted from one side, and when I came back, I spray painted from the other side. And then an hour later, I went down to pick it up, and it was obviously dark already, more than when I left already. So yeah, I'm just gonna paint here the insides now. Also black. I wanted to use the other brush, I just remembered. So we're gonna use the other brush. I'm gonna use the number 2 here. More precision. But yeah, it is. what it is. And it's okay. And like I said, I'm very picky with some things. Yeah, like my Adidas stripe, for example, they need to be 98% precise, so I'm not. I want to redo them, but I'm also very relaxed with some stuff. Yeah, this again the balance of precision versus time versus effort. So I'm just gonna painting the intakes black here. Which I hope are black, yeah. I mean, obviously, yeah. I mean, we are painting them black to give the illusion of depth. Yeah, and I think this is so far what I'm comfortable in knowing what to do. I think this one is the air intake or something. That is 100% sure. 99.999% sure that this is also needs a depth enhancer. But for now, yeah, I definitely want to check the reference a little bit more. So let's do these. Just this one. So. I need to wash my hands in a moment. They feel, I don't know, it feels somehow greasy and this is not sitting right with me in terms of comfort. So yeah, but yeah, what I was already cheating looking is here we got the windows. This obviously are the windows and then the side ones. Yeah, okay, this is a little bit different. Yeah, this I got. Razor's Edge. Yeah, it's actually really nice. It's also one of the ESS wing, but with some pew pew ones. Pretty cool. Oh. Yeah, problem is most of the pictures are really. This one is good. Yeah, we see here we have a lot of little details here. Like some warning, but also you see this one is the one which has the crane rope arm, which is different from the ESS one. So yeah, this one is silver. I have actually no idea what this one is. I noticed this already a few times. Yeah, that's a different exhaust, is it? Yeah. So yeah, just maybe we could paint some stuff matter. This is the end of the reference, so let's go back. Ah, you see this one even has a different window area here. No, I'm sorry, it's the same. It's the same. And here's, you can see very well what I mentioned earlier with the windows being stacked, yeah, because they slide 1, slide 2 over, as far as I noticed. Also seems they doesn't have any door for the in. They took the door out. Interesting. Here's some red marking, but I guess this is also a decal. Which one was this? Was there some name? There's no name on this helicopter. But yeah, probably all the same. Probably not here. Armageddon. Here we've got some red, which seems like a lamp light maybe. Which is depicted on a model. So yeah, so we have already our first red one. So I assume the other side is probably green, because planes always have... I don't know which one if you would ask me, but I assume our left is red and green is right. We're actually gonna check on Wikipedia again the various pictures. Maybe we can see this as well. And I definitely want to have one from the bottom. This one seems metallic, so I'm tempted in painting this metallic. Oh, I also got like GPS antenna, seems like. Yeah, this is what I meant. Oh, sorry. It seems like some lamps on the bottom. These are the bigger ones, so I think the bigger ones are the lamps, and the other ones are probably just rivets or holes. We cannot see it, but here we can see the lamp again, even in this grainy picture. Yeah, here we see again the red lamp. We can sadly not see the color on this side. No idea what this is, honestly. Looks like... this is probably the winch. This is a winching system for the ropes. Nah, but it's so far away. Makes no sense. Or is it? No idea. I really need to rewatch the movie. I definitely want to rewatch the movie to get this on. And this is what I mentioned. Yeah, I think this is probably the take off before flight notification information thing. Yeah, that's all my reference can give away. So Black Hawk. Let's check out the pictures. At this one we can maybe see the lamp thing, but it looks already, I can see already that it's green. So this is very nice. The devil's in the detail, as you guys know. Here we can actually see what the other stuff is. It seems all our lamps. This is a different lamp. I really like this olive green. This looks fantastic. Yeah. So yeah, it's absolutely green. Yeah. Open image, a new tab. Yeah. So right side green, left side red. This one is also a lamp. This little dong he has there. This looks like transparent and red tip, so this is good. Another thing found. The rest looks nice. This is a very good picture here. Yeah. So this seems like this is all our lamps. So we're gonna add a little silver there. It's the bottom, so it's not that important, but we're gonna add a little silver here. Just to make this lampish, and then obviously here again we can very nice see the red. And here the red little dong. And this one green. I think this is all in terms of details what we can and should and can do this. I really like those. What is this one? Customs and border protection. Yeah, really cool with the golden stripes. It's probably one of the yeah, this looks cool. This is probably one of the things which I could print out 30 and just paint it in so many different versions. If I had the space and the time, obviously. Yeah, here on the top we also have lamp. Yeah, this is also a lamp. So this is also red. I'm seeing it right, or at least has a red cap. That's probably white and red. So I'm gonna... Can I open this a little bit bigger? Not much. But yeah, you see this looks like it's transparent whitish here as well. And then we got the red tip, so we're gonna paint it white with the red tip here. And here we see again, oh, this is something different. I think this is all the details we can really pick out, and the rest is really what the wash and for oh, actually we cannot add in the wash because I would need the decals before I throw in the wash. Okay, so no wash, but picking out the details. Yeah, I mean the wash is just like throwing dark wash over it and that's it. But yeah, good reference. Good reference scouting. Comrade. Da war das. So for red, you already guessed it. Vermilion. The usual convict. Germany we say this, not convict, but suspect. The usual suspect. In English we also say this. Not convict. So this one, and for the green, we'll probably go with this sick green. Yeah, really green. We can maybe add a little of the fluorescent stuff on top, because it's a little bit translucent. So we get a little sneaky glow-in-the-dark magic if we want. So I will actually take for this my normal brush. I do have some leftover white from already painting the eyes of the other guy. So I just pick this up. Just gonna paint this. We checked out what is translucent. And this is just the beauty of the internet, really. You imagine back probably already 10 years. Probably more than 10 years, not sure. But 10 years was definitely different, where you had to buy reference books to get pictures on how to paint something. Or you can literally just Google it or whatever search engine you're using. And have everything not only for your convenience straight from the result right away. Not only the convenience straight from your home, but you also have the result right away, which is really awesome. Yeah. What's first back? Yeah. What is this triangle, dude? Need to step away. Good luck and glad I could tune in. Thanks, Adventure. Yeah, I appreciate you tuning in and being part of the stream once more. Give my regards to the family if you like, and enjoy your Sunday and great start to the new week. Stay healthy. Take care. See you on Thursday, maybe. Can't wait to see it when it's finished. Yeah, absolutely same. Yeah, I mean, we were not gonna do much more. The wash, yeah, with the decals, so hopefully in 2 weeks, I guess. But yeah, I will definitely paint the windows on, which we could also do now in a moment. So it will look rather finished already. But yes, thank you, man. I appreciate it. Yeah, something fluorescent. Yeah, for sure. Take care. Thanks, man. I appreciate it. Definitely I'm excited as well. For once, yeah. I'm always excited. And finally something big in my hands. Nice black big hawk. So let's get the green. Which was right side. Ah, this is cool. There's something I would completely missed, yeah. Yeah. If I didn't were scouting for details. And this is probably something you could make really, really nice in doing some OSL stuff, yeah, object source lighting, which you could also do with the dry brush, which means just like little sprinkle. We could technically try it, yeah. Why not? But it's probably something after the wash also. And I really do want to have the wash, because the wash will enter the... Actually, we can do a pin wash, to be honest. And just fill in the crevices. Yeah, I think this is even better. Then it will not kill the toning so much down. Maybe. What does the time says? Yeah, we do have about an hour time. I really want to try to keep the streams on my 4.5 hour maximum schedule. Just for like you fast fun. I always feel what means guilty. I mean, the last few times you have been very disciplined. Super proud of you, man. Going to bed. But yeah, it's also hard to watch, I think. I don't know. I mean, I do watch full stream, but I also not watching it actively. I'm having it open to check some stuff. And yeah, but I wanna get some stuff done afterwards. More stuff done, yeah. It's actually good I don't have the decals, because then we will be another 6 hour stream. Because you know how I am, I cannot leave stuff unfinished. But it's cool, I did the lamp stuff here. This is giving really a little nice color. Which is nice, yeah. Nah, the thing is, I have to wake up early all the time. Yeah, that's what I mean. It's kind of sucks if I not force you, but like, yeah, I know this feeling if you don't want to miss out and you know all the stuff. It's, yeah, so I feel if I do my part and not overdoing it, then we all benefit from it. Maybe. So, nice little red tip. But it looks good. Yeah, we got some color details. Yeah, really simple. Those I will probably wash. And if we would like to do the OSL stuff, yeah, thanks first for streams are great. Yeah, I appreciate it. I appreciate it. Yeah, and everyone who also thinks the streams are great, write in the comments. So I got some validation. Yeah, nah, man, I have the views. I know the validation. And first is good. Not what means good enough means degrading it, but this is already making me happy hearing this. But also write in the comments if you don't like the streams. Yeah, let me know in the chat, in the comments. Should we do some OSL? Yeah, let's do some OSL here with smaller dry brush. Do the green one first. It's crazy. It's just picked up a tiny little bit. Yeah. For my orc cosplay. Yeah, no, it looks good. And also it's good, actually, the green will work in with the unprimed areas. Maybe we can trick it a little bit. Yeah, just a little bit, yeah. Better than nothing. So let's clean this sucker up. Do the same with the red. Ooh, the red turned really brown now with the green in. I don't know, no, technically it goes here. Poor man's with poor man's shading here. Yeah. It works for everything, yeah, you don't need the airbrush. Yeah. The only hard thing is actually, it would be better in getting this white layer on. Yeah, so we have this is difficult with a brush. It's doable, but it's definitely difficult. Very easy to mess up massively. And in best case, you could layer it up, but especially since I want to use this mainly for a flying one, this could be cool. Maybe not. I think this looks good. This looks also okay. This looks really hard. Yeah. Well, I always watch the videos like the news from Thursday, so no worries. Yeah. If I FOMO, yes, yeah, that's the problem with the FOMO. That's the reason why I'm playing Battlefield. Yeah. Besides having fun, but it's like what I said. Kind of miss out when all the buddies are playing that I miss the cool whatever. The thing like, then they talk about it. I don't know what they're talking about. It's dumb, but it's always the way. It's the reason also for doom scrolling. Yeah. Fear of missing something. Yeah. So. OSL for the pool man. Yeah, let's pick a little bit of white. Yeah. Oh, didn't even put anything on the thumb yet. Can you imagine? Let me just gonna paint the top of the lamps for that ultra bright shine. I don't know if this was a good idea. It's way too fat. I'm really freestyling. I have no idea what I'm doing. Just go with the flow. Also, I get so motivated to paint that I want to go to bed early so I can wake up in the next day to paint. Yeah, that's cool, actually. Yeah, yeah, that's really cool. I like this. That's the whole. Not the whole reason why I'm doing it, but definitely one of the reasons. I mean, I know. When I'm down and not motivated in doing something, back in the days, yeah, now I'm forced to be motivated. Yeah, but I'm motivated. Yeah, so not this way. Always when I saw someone doing the hobby or like playing or seeing some result, got me massively motivated. So little lamp. And this one, yeah, I really don't know. I have to investigate what this is, but it's not so important. Like I saw that it's like metal with a golden hue, probably due to being hot. Yeah, that it shifts the color, whatever it's called. Yeah. I was there earlier, but already sketching out what to improve and correct on my mini. Yeah, that's really good. Yeah, planning is always good. Even if I'm not planning mostly. Yeah. Just but this I do a lot. Yeah, in my mind, in the mind, planning, sketching, having an idea. Yeah. Nice. Very good. So, last step for today: painting the windows with the usual pick. Earlier I talked about I dislike glazing stuff. I think this is a very fancy technique, but the windows I actually do glaze. Yeah. So just a little bit of white and lots of water. So we got also lots of windows. So since this is not a classic car, it's kind of hard how to do it, but I will do the same, like at the top area getting I forgot about the fluorescent while you're riding it. Yeah, on the lamps I will do this also. Gotta put some fluorescent runes at the base edge and on the katana. Oh, this will be sick. Yeah, this will be sick. But yeah, nothing but for the windows I will just do what I do with the car windows as well. Yeah, we're gonna do maybe not a round one because it's a square window. We just paint a half one this way and then we do the rest. Do 3 glazing layers maybe. At least we're gonna try it. We didn't clean up the windows here actually, but it's okay. I'm just gonna ignore it now. So the top one is pretty tough. Yeah, I think this one. So I probably need to do this way. I also remember we forgot to paint here. In the black void, yeah. Cherry blossoms on the trouser. Man, you're going all out on her. Yeah, that's awesome. Is she, I forgot, is this a bigger scale or is it also 28mm? The cyberpunk girl thing, figure. Oh, went here a little bit too far. Uh, 2832. Okay, but it's rather small. Not like a display figure or something. Yeah. Damn, cherry blossoms on her. Damn, son. So, next round. It's bloody tail. So I think we're gonna do 3. I'm trying to do this in three segments. The white area, cutting it in 3 segments. So one main difference, obviously, painting it out by brush versus airbrush takes way longer. Yeah, definitely takes way longer. I think if you would do it with the airbrush, it would be already finished way earlier. That's okay. I think that the result is definitely different, style-wise, look-wise. And yeah, there we are again at what we talked earlier and a few times with time versus preference and so on. And then we can start again here. Last round. Now only the top. One second, brother. Also have some Violet Tufts and Severed Warhammer Space Marine hat. Nice. I remember the hat. Yeah, this one you talked. That's really cool. Violet Tufts are really nice. I have some green and I don't know if they're violet or purple, which are like alien plants, I think it's even called, from green gamer grass. Yeah, they look really nice. I want to use them for the stalker stuff. Yeah, for the mutants and so on. Yeah. And I use bigger Warhammer base. Nice. So like 30 something millimeter base, I guess. Yeah, exactly. Those ones. Yeah, those are really nice. I don't know where they are. Somewhere in this thing, but they're really cool. They're really nice. I think I even have blue ones. Not really sure. Like more cyan, yeah, more like this. Bluish. Mysterious. 32 units from a free model which I cannibalized. It already had rocks on it. Nice, yeah, already. Some job done. Saving time there. So let's get some more white to add our little dashes. Dashes of audacity. Whatever that means. Yeah, but it already looks good, I think. Murky, but good. So as usual, I don't remember if I do 1 dash on the bottom and 2 on the top, but I remember last time 2 on the bottom looks not so good. So we will do 1 in the bottom. Again, inset in the corner. Can you guys see it? Yeah. Inset in the corner and then broken dashes. Yeah. Thanks, man. I appreciate it, bro. Quite happy as well. We do 2 on the top. It's an accent. Yeah. There's always another leap when I leave and see the end product again. Greater. Yeah, yeah, I can. That's cool. Yeah. Small little progress. Always and everywhere. I mean, obviously, if you're looking at it from this perspective, it's always interesting and nice. But for doing it yourself, like I said, like I do this mind sketching, what you kind of described earlier a lot, in thinking I have a plan, but then I just go with what I always do and hope it works out, and mostly works out. Yeah. Kind of like I knew what I want to do with the helicopter, but I had no idea how it will look in the end. This makes more sense, maybe, how to actually do this, something like this. But it's a lot of fun. It's like this exploring. Yeah, it sounds super weird, but kind of, yeah, just going with the flow. And I'm really thinking this Wednesday, I'm gonna prepare the new challenge. Yeah, and like what we talked earlier about this. I'm gonna do a pick 3 color black and white only challenge. We reached the points, which I have no doubt. We will vote for a model. It should be a miniature, not a vehicle. A vehicle is rather easier, I would say. Such stuff. But I think this would be really cool. And I will definitely use the polyurethane Ultramodern on this one, yeah, when we got the vehicles done. Yeah, this was a big session, yeah, to make this varnish all the vehicles, yeah. In every Blackhawk is a David that wants to come out, yeah. Yeah. Yeah, in every rock, yeah, that's true. Saw that. I don't know, it's just... And also the cool thing, yeah, is as we are players, in having something finished, not only having something painted, we also have something for our table. Make a new scenario, a new whatever, game, objective. Get to the chopper. Or just like for the table in terms of setting the scene, yeah. Raid on a military base type of mission where there's just a chopper in the center, setting the mood. So only here, and then we are done with the windows. Yeah, and this is really looks like wank in the beginning. It looks kind of decent. Yeah, at least I like to think so. At least I really like. This is something I'm really proud is the wrong word. Very satisfied with is how I make the windows. This is I've been struggling, being unhappy with it a long time. With doing only the dashes and with airbrush, I did it once. It looks cool, but I really hate to get the airbrush out for one thing. Also, you need to mask the area. You don't need to mask it, but yeah, I'm not trusting myself with it. And this glazing technique, and then setting the accent, giving this comic book style, if you want to call it, I think is really cool. Now, actually, let's add the fluorescent. Oh, I forget it again. Yeah, this is something I noticed for all the streams, yeah. Oh, let's paint on, like what I said the other time. Last time, yeah, when I said like, we're gonna paint on the flag here, yeah. And then I finished the stream, and then I remembered, damn it, I wanted to paint the flag on. Yeah, so I did it off stream. Like a really, just some red stripes and some blue corner, nothing too fancy. But it's a few times I noticed already that I just get so distracted, yeah. Thank you, Phosphor, I appreciate it, yeah. Also do like this kind of unplanned style, yeah, which just occurred. This is kind of funny thing. If this just happened how it happened. So yeah, fluorescent, as you know already, the full Vallejo range. I don't know if the other ranges, if they are good, but those are fantastic. So little, so really usable for the next 10 years at least. The red is actually orange. Just noticed. Don't have any red, but it's okay. It's okay. Let's get a nice fat dollop here. Let's place it over. Oh, that's a little bit too fat. because it's already seeping out. It's okay, I'm embracing the fail here and just painting around it a little bit to give this scheiße, give this glow a little bit more glow. Yeah. Embrace the fail, yeah. What I say. The same here with the orange. And actually, then after this, adding a little white on top will look probably pretty good. Maybe we need also to actively fail here a little bit more. Get more believable. We're gonna shine our little magic lamp at the moment. See if the effect is sold. And let's do the same here. And here. Yeah, super easy and cheesy. And actually, like this is really translucent. Here you can already see it, how it dried, and then we still see the white below. Yeah, so I don't even have to add in the white. Yeah, here's more or less the same. It's not as pronounced, but actually looking pretty good as for an attempt at OSL. Yeah, poor man's OSL, it kinda is true. Yeah, oh, here we messed up a little bit. That's okay. No baddies. So yeah, I think it's pretty cool. Yeah, now we just need the new rotor stuff and the tail thing. I will actually try to attempt this with the magnet. I think this is a cool idea. Instead of gluing it on and then someone grabs it, or when I store it, I think this will be rather easy. Just like 1mm magnet, or I don't know, maybe we need some more. And then the decals. Yeah, so let's zoom a little bit out. Guys, enjoy the full hilo. Yeah, black, a gray hawk, gray goose. Yeah, I think it looks really cool. Yeah, it turned out way better. Again, like a thought in my head. The OSL actually really looks good. Gives a little edge. The green one I think looks really nice. For flying one, yeah, the decals really would have made it now better. But yeah, I think it's really nice. Close-up shots. I mean, you looked at it all the time close-up. Yeah, and the matte black really looks good. Yeah, it really looks like a deep hole thing. Yeah. Yeah, but the green really looks great. I think the green really looks nice. The poor man's modulation. Ah, we actually forgot to paint the lamps, but yeah. We have some silver here. No, I will not just paint it white. Yeah, so I would paint those now silver. Yeah, come on, let's do it together. Oh, I actually broke off the back thing. I just noticed. Don't know how. But yeah, some super glue. We'll fix it. I think when I dropped it earlier, probably. Don't even know if this was there when I painted. But it's anyways mid-flight, so we don't need to heal. But yeah, nothing but good. So let's get some silver quick and dirty silver. Big fat dollop. I just take the number 2 rush. And actually this one I also didn't notice if those were lights. Yeah, they're on both sides maybe. Yeah, just gonna add in, yeah. Just dabbing it until this, because it's like an inset, until it fills up. Yeah, it's not so much an inset. Yeah. Gotta go to bed, can wait to see the end result. Yeah, thanks man, I appreciate it. Yeah, I will literally just wait until this is dry, check if this is also light, and then we call it a night. Yeah, thank you very much, I appreciate you being part again of the stream. Falsfar, take care, good night, and much success for the new start. I'm looking forward for your results of your little cyberpunk. Little big cyberpunk girl, yeah. And yeah, enjoy the day. Peace out, brother. So, let me check the reference. So the pictures I have are not lamps. Yeah, there's some stuff over it. It's probably more like an fresh air intake thing. Let's see my other pictures. Yeah, it's definitely not a lamp. So, yeah. So we keep this as it is. And if we figure it out along the road, then we're gonna change it. Yeah, but for now I'm really happy with it. I mean, like a pin wash would be cool, but I will not do this now. I think if I do the decals, then I wash it all maybe just to bring the decals also down, and we kind of need to tone them down, or they look like really sticked on. So it probably makes more sense in doing a full wash. Yeah, so this broke off like this. It's definitely a weak point, to be brutally honest. Yeah, it could be a tiny little bit thicker. So it probably just. And here also glues. Here's no, actually this is not connected, the top part. But if I add more glue, I can kind of make it connected. Just to give it more strength. Yeah, and then gonna hold it here for a moment. And gently blow. It's not straight. Bad. I'm just gonna hold it here for a moment, but then it will be good. Yeah, I have to check on the stream actually. I don't know how this happened. But it happens. Yeah, I will not place it now on the top. Do not touch it. But yeah, show it again. Here we go. I think it's great. Decals will make it pop. Yeah, wash wise, I think really full wash, like I said, will tone it down, make it less gray, because it really is gray. Yeah, if we see, I don't know, see this guy who's black next to it. Yeah, you can see the heel is really gray, and I really want to have it more darker. So this would be an easy way. And it will kind of kill the OSL a little bit, but we just redo it. Yeah, but it's cool, nice, fun, very great, very cool. I hope you guys liked it. Yeah, no drying time this time. So yeah, let's head over to the screen. So yeah, I was just checking here. There's this one doesn't have this hole, and the other ones I saw. Show you here again. They have this cover over it where the hole is. So I have no idea. Kind of either I investigate it or I just ignore it. Yeah, I think ignoring it is the easier way. But yes. Yeah, cool. Super happy. I think that's this one. This is really the vibe I was going for. And if we wash it, I think we'll go down this way. Tone it down. Yes. Sorry. Yeah, I'm quite tired. Yeah, I definitely wanna not overdo it. Yeah, I think it's pretty good. So what's 3.5 hours now, more or less. Pretty decent, yeah. The result. I mean, we didn't do the decals, we didn't do the washing, we didn't do any other stuff. But still, you can see it's a rather easy, doable task. Yeah, we don't have to be massively precise, only with the lamps maybe, and with the windows, obviously. And the rest you do the panel highlighting rather easy. Yeah, really nice. Let's get back here, face to face. Yeah, if you have any again, if you like the content, as I always repeat myself, for everyone new and old, if you like the content, like, subscribe, follow, highly appreciate it, helps out. If you think someone likes the content, like the streams or the videos, I have not done yet, but will in the future do. Yeah, generally what I'm doing here. Share the video, yeah. Highly appreciate it, also helps out a lot. And if you want to support me further, yeah, like always, you can buy miniatures at my store. Everything we paint here, you can also buy. Yeah, go here, desk-ops.de. Links in the description, in the chat, not in the chat, in the about page. If you want to help me out and want something cool in return, yeah, just order some miniatures if there are any of interest, yeah, which I hope. And feel free to yeah, comment, suggest. I read all the comments, even if I'm sometimes slow. It's because I have 2 YouTube accounts, in YouTube especially. I use my private one for my private stuff, yeah, and this one is obviously the Desktops channel, yeah. So I'm not always logged in this one, even if I have 2 screens open. Then I'm sorry if I'm not as fast, but I do check them all. Yeah, and that's it actually. Yeah, now the next song already started, which is kind of lame. Yeah, but it's going 5 minutes, so yeah, not gonna wait until the end of the song. But yeah, thank you very much. once more, everyone watching. Appreciate it, enjoyed it a lot. It was really fun. Really looking. I was kind of scared, not scared, but unsure how to approach this helicopter. So yeah, I would have probably let it sit another few months if I didn't set up the looming deadline myself here on the stream to paint it. But yeah, I'm quite happy how it turned out. Looks really great, I think. Can't wait to add the decals from District Miniatures. Yeah, shout out to District Miniatures once more. If you need cool decals, then this is the way to go. Kalbsack, didn't even know you were here. Mein Bruder. Thank you very much, Kalbsack. And everyone else. Have a great start to the new week. Have a beautiful whatever next day, yeah. If you're watching this in the VODs, enjoy. Be vigilant with painting your miniatures. Yeah. And never give up. Stay brushy. And that's it. I'm Dan from Desktop's. Take care. Good night. And where's the button? Yeah. Always the same. Peace. Cheer.